छोले भटूरे समोसा लेके आइए। चलाओ घर में खाइबो मुखवा याल के ऊपर तो ना धले कोनो बने समझा दे। चलो आओ तो वो चलो सैडो जा दे दिवला तने पहले अरे भाई यार तो फोन करो नौका है जगह फिर से देखिए मैं मुर्गा के बात करिए
मैच आता हूँ देखो नहीं कहीं नहीं सेमीफाइनल चलता है
that 100 in the World Test Challenge. I know, different format, everything different. That just made him a different player, I think.
100%. I mean, points of reference in your career are so important, and you take so much confidence from him. I mean, the stage that it was on, the context of the match, what he did to get his team over the line, it would have done a huge amount for his confidence.
Five and six, traditionally big scoring overs. You got Nisham. How did this go down, Katie?
It's how tight that they've been bowling to Aidan Markram. See that one scoring shot. He's 8 off 10, which is unusual for him. He's striking at 180 in the power play. The little leg was the one that went straight in and out of Rachin Ravindra's hand, but they're bowling to plan at the moment. Pressure on Nisham. It's quite interesting. We were looking out there, out the window. There were 4 people converging around Jimmy Nisham. I'm not sure if he wanted the ball or not fully. This is a replay of that drop catch.
He was moving. He found himself in a very awkward position for a very simple catch.
They've actually set their mid-wickets quite square. It was quite square and he was moving across, but just for them to say, you can see him working nicely onto that leg side.
Long on's gone out now, so they brought the man on the offside in, which would tend to suggest there will definitely be no width now. I won't even mind a leg down, a wide down the leg side.
Wonderful. Into the pads. You go into bat and you say, can I have one of those, please? And he got one.
Yeah, from a pace perspective, he's probably pretty comfortable walking at Jimmy Nisham as well. So he knows he's going to look to follow him, gives himself that extra bit of width, and then just clips it over the leg side. Knew exactly where the gap was. That's exquisite.
When New Zealand have structured their side, probably a seam bowler short, and that's showing here with Nisham in the power play. Just wonder if New Zealand will say, we haven't got off to, South Africa rather, we haven't got off to the best start. Maybe this is the over. Let's target this one.
Probably 50 is what they aim at. You don't want to be losing too many wickets. If you were 50 for 2, I think South Africa would think we've bounced back well enough from being 12 for 2. So they've got, 8 deliveries. I think they could maybe get there. Just 2 fielders allowed out, obviously, as the power play graphic there suggests.
Thinking of catches that turn matches, Max or down, Shubham runs, and there's so many of them. Normally go at 9.5 and over. The power play, they're just under 8. Finds the gap again. This is the over that South Africa wanted to pull them up out of the hole they were in.
That's a really good shot, because on the angle it was kind of drifting in towards the stumps, and it's just the open bat face. You can see where he's standing on the offside. Just opens that bat face, and then the placement is so good.
I thought potentially Satner as a matchup for both of these players might have been the option. Just see the frustration, too wide with the field that he's got set. We've had to make that change.
And finds the gap again. 17 of the over. South Africa back in this game. 45 for 2 after 5. Just a little too full. And all Brevis had to do was find that gap on the offside, which he finds very well. The outfield did everything for him.
आपसे सीखकर म्यूचुअल फंड्स में एसआईपी शुरू की थी, लेकिन कभी-कभी अपडेट्स देखकर मेरा मन भटकने लगता है।
अपने मन को बोल, म्यूचुअल फंड्स टिके रहने का गेम है। दूर की सोचेगा और डटे रहेगा तो तू भी अपने सपनों के पास पहुंच सकता है।
बिल्कुल आपकी तरह।
सही है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें। स्मार्ट एंड हैंडसम इंस्टेंट ब्राइटनिंग फेस वॉश जिसमें B3 नियासिनामाइड बस एक स्प्लैश चेहरा दिखे ब्राइट और will continue. We'll get across for a single. It's a really good start this for New Zealand. The plan absolutely perfect. The offie getting the two lefties. And then South Africa in response. A couple of boundaries in that previous over. Up to 46 now for two. And looking to make sure that in this final one of the power play, they can capitalize. Danny Morrison, Temba Bavuma alongside. How nervous are you, Temba?
Good evening, Pommy. The nerves are definitely there. Feels like I'm out there on the field. I think I must say that it feels as if the momentum is slightly starting to shift into the South Africans' favour. We're rocked by those two early wickets. Markham and Brevis able to kind of marshal South Africa through that tough little period.
Don't show me that replay again. All right, enough. Ready.
You started well though, Dan. Come on.
There's something about being greedy and needy. No. It's just good to be back and see you, Pom.
Long flights and all that. Yeah, just been trying to understand how it's playing this pitch. Not quite coming off it as we might have expected. And perhaps that happens a little bit later. That's who's to come for South. batting first. And teams sometimes put themselves under too much pressure and try and do too much, and then end up getting what are middling scores, and those will be around the sort of 180 mark. This, though, is a semi-final, and so runs on the board particularly important, and you want to ensure that you're no less than 180, because if you're there, you at least have the chance, because the pressure sometimes tells. Ideally, you want to get 200 and more. So 48 for 2. He's decided to go with the helmet. Can Cypher it after a blow on his face. Nose is all right, everything's all right. Concussion test done. Into the next part of the game. And we expect Santner will operate. Yes, he's got ball in hand. And South Africa partnership 36 from 28. First up and see the reaction of the ball off the surface. McConkey's so good for his 2.
Yeah, good point there for me. I think I'm quite intrigued. Very important phase, this so-called the consolidate phase. I think South Africa this tournament haven't gotten the memo. They tend to go quite hard in this period. I think with New Zealand as well, all that guile, all that skill by Santner. Interesting to see how this period goes. Very important period this game.
What he has been is economical through the tournament.